chat. Now, look, this is for my trading channel, Zay. So, hold up. Let me remove a couple things from the desk. Alright, but so look. We gonna put this over here, phone over here. Let me just show y'all niggas what's going on. So, if we can focus. We can focus a little bit. I don't know what the ISO is on here. I could dim it, but I don't know how to dim it. Oh, actually, I do. I'm a fucking genius, bro. So look, so basically, right, as y'all can tell, this is a trade. I'm on the 30-minute time frame. NASDAQ. Zay trading NAS. Zay fucking trading NAS. I know. Now look, y'all hear that fucking classical music in the background? I know. Zay on a crazy vibe. So I'm gonna kind of give y'all like a little brief summary of what the fuck I'm doing. This is gonna be a $500 day. Hopefully, I'm not necessarily praying it's gonna be a $500 day, but this trade has been taking forever. And it's taking forever because it's NASDAQ. NASDAQ moves a lot, but I'm trading a new prop firm, and this prop firm has new rules to where I can't leverage or risk a certain amount without over leveraging on their terms. So I have to make my stop loss bigger to accommodate their rules, you know, type shit. So I have to take bigger trades. And I'm applying that with my setup that I have for myself, you know, and with that understanding, it is making me better as a trader by just even having to follow along with their plans. So with that being said, yeah, hopefully y'all understood a little bit of that, but let's go ahead and get straight into the trading, and let me show y'all what I did and what I basically it's kind of like any other setup. So basically, just like any other time, we'll go to the high time frame. So I was gonna trade what was I gonna trade? Gold, right? But gold was bullshit. And yeah, you know, well, let's see what gold did. Let's go to gold real quick. Yeah, see, gold was supposed to be continuing to go down, but as you can see, it didn't go down. We were supposed to continue to go down, even though it's not in a downtrend on the daily. It is on a weekly. So we were supposed to continue to go down, and we didn't. And yeah, that's why I didn't trade that. So I traded NAS, and NAS, from the understanding of it, looked like it was going to continue to go up. The daily, we was in an uptrend, as you can see. We zoom out, we're in an uptrend on the daily. The weekly, we're in an uptrend, as you can see. You see that? All right, you can see that. All right, and then on the 4 hour, as you can see, we're in an uptrend on the 4 hour. This is uptrend candle. This broke this structure, came down, broke this structure to go up. You see that? I hope y'all see that. That's the 4 hour. This is the 1 hour. So as y'all can see, the daily, the 4 hour was in an uptrend. This is the 1 hour. I got a whole bunch of stuff on my screen. As y'all can see, we have this right here. Let me just come up a little bit closer so it don't be out of focus. So I got this right here on my screen. As y'all can see, I got this on my screen. So this is just me showing the breaking structure that was on the 4 hour that I think, no. Okay, so I was waiting on this on a 1 hour. So I ended up getting this breaking structure on the 1 hour. As you can see, that breaking structure happened at 10 o'clock. So honestly, I wasn't even supposed to get in this trade, but I decided I wanted to take a trade today, and I did. And as you can see, hopefully we hit take profit. Now, I decided I wanted to take a trade. I did. This candle ended up breaking at 10 o'clock. I wasn't supposed to take a trade after 10 o'clock because usually that's when the market kind of like tend to slow down. And if it's not a trade already going into session, then usually, sometimes, half of the time, I don't be catching no setup. And if it is a setup, it doesn't be enough volume like throughout the day to make it continue to go. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. It just depends on the setup that's presenting. So it just depends on if I want to take it or not. Today I ended up taking it. So like I said, we got that breaking structure on the 1 hour at 10 o'clock. So that led us to have the 1 hour structure in the uptrend as well. So not only was the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour in the uptrend, but let's go to the 30 minute. Let's see what the 30 minute was doing at 10 o'clock. Let's see what the 30 minute was doing at 10 o'clock. Walking y'all through this step by step. So at 10 o'clock, let's go ahead and focus. At 10 o'clock, we had a 30-minute break. So not only do we have a 1 hour break, we had a 30-minute break. So at 10 o'clock, we had a 30-minute break. At 10 o'clock, we had a 15-minute break. As y'all can see, that's a break. We broke that. We didn't break the wick, but we did break the body. I count that as a break of structure. This is a whole 30-minute structure. A 30-minute candle up, like an up candle. This is a whole 30-minute up candle. I count that as a break of structure. We broke that wick too. So I'm like, okay, cool. 5 minute, I'm like, all right, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, where's 10 o'clock? Boom, we're in a downtrend. So this is the first time I've ever gotten a setup like this, which kind of excited me today, bro. And oh my God, I'm actually vlogging for y'all boys. So y'all niggas don't really like know me, but like I be excited when I be getting some new shit. And today I got some new shit. So basically, like, let me get back to it. So basically, this is the new shit. So my old setup, okay, so let me just show you. At 10 o'clock, right? Let's see, 10 o'clock, what did we do? We got a break of structure to the downside. So everything was an uptrend except a 5 minute. So before like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, before I learned this new setup, or just an addition, like I added some shit to my setup, like more confluence to make me a better trader, but it kind of slowed down my process, y'all. And when I tell you it slowed down my process, it was so slow to the point where I was like, damn, I'm barely making money. Like I went from trading every single day to trading barely, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't like that. So I had to, but this is before. So the first setup I've ever fucking like started learning by myself, when we was to have everything in an uptrend, but then we had that 5 minute to the downtrend, like if we was to break structure on the 5 minute, right, but have everything fucking breaking structure and everything like on a right trend, but the 5 minute is going down in the wrong trend, what I used to do was just I'd be like, oh, okay, I just wait for this 5 minute to break structure, and as soon as it breaks structure, I get in. But sometimes I'll lose, bro. Sometimes I would lose. So I tried to strengthen the strategy. And let me tell y'all what I did today. So because I strengthened the strategy, I realized that 5 minute retracements are just pullbacks for the 15 minute. Bro, stay with me, my nigga. Bro, this is gold, bro. So I figured out that the 5 minute pullback, or the 5 minute retracement, is just nothing but a 15 minute pullback. And the same thing with a 5 minute pullback. A 5 minute pullback is a 1 minute retracement. It's the same thing. If y'all don't know what that is, bro, y'all need to go do some homework. So boom, with that being said, I understood. I'm like, okay, this is a 15 minute pullback for this 5 minute retracement. This 5 minute retracement has to be connected to another 5 minute retracement. Where's the last 5 minute retracement? I see that this 5 minute retracement is connected to this 5 minute retracement all the way down here. So I pulled out my retracement tool, seeing how far it retraced. Didn't really care how far it retraced, right? But I did want to see what this because this is a 5 minute break of structure. As y'all can see, 5 minute break of structure. We broke structure to the downside. We see that this 5 minute is connected to this structure down here. What the fuck is down here that's on the higher time frame? Like, what is connected to down here, right? So I start with the 15. I'm like, okay, cool. If we zoom out, we see that the 15 minute from this is the top of that 5 minute where we got that retracement. Like I said, that 5 minute retracement is just nothing more than a 15 minute pullback. This is a pullback candle. If y'all don't know what a pullback candle is, look. Focus, nigga. This is a pullback candle. If y'all don't know what pullback candle is, it's a pullback. That's where that 5 minute retracement came down and then went back up. That's what happened right there. So I'm like, okay, cool. We got from point A all the way down here. Okay, so 15 minute is connected. So that 5 minute retracement. So from that 5 minute retracement from right here all the way down here, this is connected to a 15 minute break of structure. So before that, so let me rewind because a lot of y'all niggas not gonna get this. So we back on a 5 minute retreat. We're back on a 5 minute time frame. Break of structure, right? We see this 5 minute break of structure. Okay, 5 minute break of structure. We're like, okay, cool. What is this 5 minute break of structure that is causing this retracement connected to? It's connected to this 5 minute break of structure that happened to be like what they call that bitch. I forgot what they call this shit. They call this shit like the last leg up before like a break of structure. I forgot what they call this shit. I just know like it's good. It's like something that you should use. Like I forgot. Like they be putting names to this shit, but like I'm just a trader, bro. Like I just trade what I see, and then when I see it, I make it make sense for the next time when I see it. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't put names to shit because then it's confusing. It's like now I'm trying to give it a name. Like, you know, like I don't know. I'm just not that type of nigga. So boom. I seen that this is the last 5-minute retracement before we got another 5-minute retracement. We got that other 5-minute retracement. Okay, so cool. What is this previous 5-minute retracement connected to? We seen on the 15-minute. This is the 15-minute. Once again, we see that pullback candle. We see on that 15-minute, we got a break of structure, just like on that 5-minute. Okay, cool. And then right when we got that break of structure, we got another break of structure into the other direction, just like on that 5-minute. Okay, cool. That 15-minute is connected to this 5-minute retracement to the other 5-minute retracement. Let's see if the 30-minute is connected. Oh shit, would you look at that? We got a break of structure right here, and this is a 30-minute, and just like that, that 5-minute retracement is connected to that 30-minute before we got a break of structure. So the 30-minute was in a downtrend before we got that 5-minute break of structure, and we didn't have no retracements before that last retracement that's connected to this 30-minute. Now this is gonna go over a lot of y'all head. Like I'm telling you, like it's not gonna make sense until it makes sense. Like so I don't know if you need to watch it, just watch this video over and over and over and over and over, because it's not gonna make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's because you haven't been in the market for long enough, and you might just not see it how I see it. You might have to put words to certain things so you can label it. I can just see it because I have experience, and people can put words on it because they learned it that way, and then other people can see it the same way, but I don't see it that way. I see it how I see it. I don't have a name for it, and I don't have names for certain things, but I mean, if I grow a big enough community, or if you enjoy my trading videos and y'all enjoy my trading videos, I can start putting names to certain things, and I can start teaching y'all the best way I can teach y'all, because I'm making money. I'm going to make money regardless. All the time. Swear to God. Like I sat here and learned this for a reason. So regardless of if I'm having losing days, of course I'm gonna have losing days. But guess what? Those days that I'm winning are gonna outweigh those days that I'm losing. I know that sounds cringy, but I'm just being real, nigga. Like you just gotta be real. So let me continue telling y'all. I'm sorry for that little side sweep. And let me just show y'all what it looks like if it wasn't like connected. And I'm gonna get there. So boom, we see that 30-minute is connected to that last 5-minute retracement before we get that break. Like, so if we go back, we see on that 5-minute retracement, what is this 5-minute retracement connected to? This 5-minute retracement. This was the last leg down before breaking that whole structure, before disrespecting this whole fucking trend. Before we disrespected this whole trend, this was the last leg down before going up. Now, what was all in a downtrend on the higher time frame that is connected to this whole leg that's going up? What was all connected that was on the higher time frame? We see that the 30-minute was connected because we see that it had a break of structure and it continued to follow price just like the 5-minute did. And then we got that break of structure right here on the 30-minute. Did the hour do it? Let's see. Yes, the hourly did do it. The hourly is connected. The hourly is essentially connected. It had a break of structure, and then right before that swing, it broke structure. It was in a downtrend. We waited for the hourly. Now let me show you, is the 4-hour connected? Let's see. The 4-hour was not connected. As you can see, the 4-hour was not in a downtrend. The 4-hour did not break downtrend like the 1-hour did. The 1-hour broke the downtrend. The 4-hour did not. So according to my analysis, I told y'all I made a whole completely new strategy. So according to my analysis, when the 5-minute is connected to something after a retracement, so say like we're waiting on an hourly break. So say like 4-hour is in an uptrend, daily is in an uptrend, and we're waiting on an hourly break. We get that hourly break. If we get that hourly break, with inside of that hourly break, if on the 5-minute candles there isn't a retracement like we've seen before we get the hourly break, right? Then that means that this before, if so, let me go on. If we get, I'm sorry, it's my first time teaching y'all niggas this. If we get the hourly break, and the hourly break is inside of the hourly break, we see the 5 minute, and the 5 minute does not have a retracement, and we see that the 5 minute is just straight shot that's connected to the hourly. But if it's not a straight shot and we get a retracement, we have to see from point A to point B if that retracement was connected to the 30 minute, or like, it's so like, I have to just show y'all niggas. So like, y'all niggas just gonna have to be like watching the videos. But if you understood what I was showing y'all, so let me just continue showing y'all this, like what I'm showing y'all right now. So basically my setup, my first setup, my setup would look like this. If I would have been one, if I would have been on my other prop firm, like my setup would have looked something like this, no bap. And I would have already won. Like it would have been like this. But because I have to go for a 100, like a 100 pip size, I have to go for like 100 pips. It's like literally like I'm right here by take profit, but I can't get it because like it's not going for it. And I move my price. I move my price to break even because on the 30 minute, if we break this structure, then my setup is invalid, because it's connected to the 30 minute. It's actually connected to the hourly too. So if we break this hourly as well, it's invalidating my setup because it's connected to the hourly. So let me just show y'all why the connection is important. This is why you retrace. So once I seen the little, so usually after I see that everything is in an uptrend on my old setup, I'd have been like, okay, everything is in an uptrend. Let me just wait for a 5 minute pullback candle, go on a 1 minute, look at the 1 minute, see if we can get a break of structure, and then now I'm in. But now, instead of it just being that simple, I got a little bit into it, and you know, I made it make sense to me. And when that happened, I learned that the retracements is just nothing more than a 5 minute or a 15 minute pullback, and those 15 minute pullbacks are important, essential for it's important because like it continues the fucking trend essentially. Like, but those pullbacks, when you get those pullbacks, you want to also make sure like you're getting in at a good spot. When you get in, make sure you're getting in at a good spot. Like, okay, so for example, like once you see that 5 minute retracement, you want to make sure that it's going to continue to go up. So you want to wait for a 5 minute break of structure back into your direction, right? And this is my second setup. Like this is like part 2 of my setup. So I was like, okay, cool. Like every time I get in, after waiting for that 1 minute break of structure from my first setup, right? I get in after that 1 minute break of structure, and then I'll lose. I'm like, damn, okay, well, I would lose, but then it would go straight back up and into my direction. It would go straight back up into my direction after that 5 minute retracement. So I implemented the 5 minute retracement and was like, okay, cool. Well, if it's going to do a 5 minute retracement damn near every single time after I get that 5 minute pullback, and then it stopped me out and then go to my take profit, I'm going to implement the 5 minute retracement. And that's what I did. So I started implementing the 5 minute retracements, and I seen that the 5 minute retracement is connected to another 5 minute retracement. And because that 5 minute retracement is connected to another 5 minute retracement, then that means that on the higher time frame, it could also be in a downtrend before you know it breaks the uptrend on a higher time frame. And if that's the case, then that means that it's connected to the 5 minute. And if it's connected to the 5 minute, that means that I have literally direct connection from the 5 minute to whatever higher time frame within that whole setup, because it's connected. It's nothing separating it if there's no retracement. If there's a retracement, you have to figure out what that retracement is connected to. And if that retracement is connected to something, and then that retracement is still connected to your setup, then you can still take it depending on what it is. But you just have to see it in future videos because different setups look differently. Every setup isn't the same, but the fundamentals of what I use is going to be the same every single day. So if you whoever is watching is going to continue to watch my videos and want to learn how to trade, how I trade, then 100%, bro. But the day is going to end. Let me just show y'all where I'm at. The day going to end. I'm at 400. Whoa. 300. It's going back and forth. It's supposed to be a $500 day, and it's going back and forth and take profit literally right here, like I told y'all. And I put it back to break even. So regardless of the day, regardless of how the day end, the day gonna end. You feel me? Regardless of how the day end, the day gonna end. And I ain't tripping regardless of if it wins or lose, because it's gonna be a win regardless. Like, as you could tell, like, this is supposed to have been a win, but the day is gonna end literally, so there's no volume. So whenever the market cuts back on, there's going to be volume. And if we end up going down and breaking this structure, especially on the hour or on the 30-minute, I'm probably going to get out if I see it. If I don't see it, I got my stop loss right here. Simply because on that 5-minute retracement, as you can see on the hourly, it's still, that shit is connected. All of this is connected on the 5-minute. So if we break this on the hourly, and this is the highest time frame that 5-minute is connected to, then that 5-minute now is invalid that I got in from, because that hourly is invalid, and that was the highest time frame that 5-minute was connected to. Does that make sense? Like, because that hourly is now pushing, but if the hourly stop pushing it and invalidates that 5-minute, what you think is stronger, the 5-minute or the hourly? I don't know. I mean, I do know. I know my setup. You gotta just listen. But yeah, it's gonna do whatever it's gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and hold the camera all day, but I did want to give y'all that valuable information. Regardless of if I win or lose, this is a $500 day. And yeah, I will, if this video isn't already out before if this video isn't already out before my trade close, then I will show y'all if it's a win or a loss. But if I post this video before my trade close, then I guess y'all just never know if this is I'm telling y'all, like, I'm probably gonna win. I'm pretty close to my, it's a win regardless, because I can't lose. That's tough. All right, I love y'all boys.